Berrios said he was a little tired. He was kind of fighting himself, but you would never know it from the way that he pitched tonight. From your vantage point, how good and solid were his 7?
Yeah, he threw the ball phenomenally. His command was tremendous. I think he had really good action on all of his pitches. He didn't even pitch at the top of his velo where he would normally sit, at least by the radar gun in house. But it didn't matter. I think with what he was able to do and the way he was able to mix all of his pitches and throw them where he wanted, I think he was able to basically do anything he wanted tonight out there. It was fun to watch.
And when you get a couple of home runs that this offense kind of thrives off of, especially like a Garver 3-run home run, can you just sort of feel all the momentum on one side in a game like this?
Well, the energy was good, but it was like that because, one, Jose's throwing the ball so well, and two, our guys were having good at-bats and remaining patient and honest and waiting for what they're looking for. And we didn't expand a ton. I think we forced their pitchers to throw strikes, and we ended up in a good spot. But yeah, the big swings are very helpful. I mean, when you can take one swing and put 3 runs on the board and do some of the things that we've been doing, it's definitely helpful.
It was only like 4 games, but did it almost seem surprising that Mitch had like that over 17 the way he's hit all year?
Well, not really. I mean, it's going to happen. It's really hard to, if you look at his numbers, they're beyond impressive to this point in the season. So to expect that you ride that out without any dips at all, that would be hard to expect, I think. But this is what he's been doing when he gets right. He's hit some pretty impressive home runs to the middle of the field, both at home and on the road and in some big ballparks. And it was a good swing. I think he hit the ball. I mean, he hit that ball really good to get it out where he did. But again, it helped put us in a spot where got the ball rolling for us.
Jose was at about 81 pitches. Were you close to sending him back out for the 8th, or what went into that decision there?
Not really. I think everybody felt good. I know I felt good getting him out of the game right there. I think we were in a good spot. He pitched us into we were in a good situation at that point, and it was because of his effort. And we've actually ridden him pretty good the last couple of starts. He's gone out there and given us innings and thrown a fair amount of pitches. And with a game like this, no game is ever in hand. You still have to go out there and win the game, finish the game. But thought it was a good time to get him out of there, and we had a good rested bullpen to use.
What was the monitoring of him like during the game? She mentioned that he said he was a little tired at the end. When did that become evident to you? Or?
Well, to be honest, he was fine. I mean, he was throwing the ball very well. Just watching what he was doing out on the mound, I thought he was, obviously he was extremely efficient. And he was doing, like I said, whatever he really wanted to do with the ball, he was able to do it. So there was never a point where we were contemplating getting him out of there earlier than that. Because really, the inning before, his pitch count was so low that we really wouldn't want to take him out at that point. So he felt fine. He was fine. He was maybe a little just general fatigue, just maybe a little tired, if you want to call it that. But I think he was throwing the ball really well.
Briefly touched upon it pregame, but just what have you seen from the rotation so far this road trip?
Our rotation has put us in position to win games. 2, our guys have eaten up a lot of innings and have also allowed our bullpen to get back to a really good spot where we have several guys who are rested and ready to pitch. When you're able to catch up like that, I think it's really big, and the only way you get there is through really good efforts by the starting pitchers. The other thing, Lavelle, is being a National League game and him being on the field and running around the entire game. It's different than what we're used to. And when you add, instead of just sitting there and regrouping in between innings, he's out there having several at-bats and even on the bases. And there's a lot of adrenaline, and I'm sure it takes a little time to catch up from that.